Also going to be saving up a battery and deploying that battery to try to defend as much as possible.
Hello and welcome to Tier 1 here in Spain, and the first thing we see when we start the stream is Julius going off and spinning around in Spain, so I guess it's a good start to the race. But yeah, I'm here. I'm going to be the main commentator for this season for Tier 1 2S. It's just going to be me solo for now. Hopefully soon someone will join. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen, but I'll try and hold it down, try and produce some streams for you guys. I'm still getting used to this new F1 game, haven't really touched it yet, so I'm not quite sure what to expect, but I think we'll learn as we go. I used to do some streaming and commentating last season for, I believe it was Tier 2, so it should be quite similar this season around, but yeah, new game, new stuff to learn, new streaming interface, new YouTube channel, so yeah, it's going to be quite exciting. And let's have a look quickly. Justin, who was the race winner last time around, is leading right now in qualifying. He's still got 40 minutes left to go, but a 14.8 as a provisional pole time is, I believe, quite... I'm not sure what to expect here, but I believe it's quite fast. It's been a while since I've streamed or raced at Barcelona, so I'm not quite up to date with it. I believe the tire strat is either soft hards or medium hards. However, I have seen that some people can manage to pull off a soft medium if that is their preferred strat. So we'll have to see what's going on, as there's a car off the track there. I believe that was... no, it was not Fox, but we'll go with Fox anyways. Check out the onboard camera. Yeah, okay. It seems like the hotkeys are the same as last season. That's going to be nice. As we go into turn 1, brake very hard at 75 meters into turn 1, throw it into the right hand and left hand, a little bit over the curbs, and then full throttle basically the whole way through turn 4. Up until turn 5, I believe you brake right as soon as you go under the bridge. You do as well, down to 4th gear, short shift up to 5th, pull it out wide, and now you're into turn... I've already lost count, but that is not my fault. Okay, anyways, here he is in this middle sector here. This is sort of the awkward bit on the track, I feel like. It's nice and flowy, but you can't really do any overtaking into the fast right-hander, which is quite easy to get wrong, but he managed to get through it nice and safely. Into turn 11, I believe it's called, I'm not sure, someone correct me in chat please if that is wrong. But yeah, this is the slow bit of the track, the little more technical bit, which is usually where people lose time to the guys ahead and have to make up all the time they gain during the lap down start finish straight with DRS when trying to overtake. So it's not really an overtake friendly track, but he goes into the pit lane, Fox does. So I believe he either invalidated his lap or he has decided to take a new fresh set of soft tires and try to go again. So I'm not quite sure what happened there, but we'll have to see. Anyone else doing something? I believe Legend is out on track right now in that AlphaTauri. Quite a nice livery, to be honest. Number 71 is as well, so that is the same number that the Iron Lynx Ferrari uses in the GT World Challenge. A little bit of a fun fact, Ferrari also races with Alex Albon with this livery in DTM. So that's sort of a little bit of a link there. I don't know if that's worth anything to anybody, but I guess it is, kind of. Tire graphic, I've been told. Stream is lagging, I can't tell. Stream is fine now, okay. Usually it lags out when I tab out of the game. Don't really know why it does that, but hey, okay, I guess that is why. But I'll try and keep it open on my phone to see if it's the PC or anything, but anything. I've been asked for a tire graphic, so let me just quickly, okay. Detail tires, there we go, right. Hide UI, right, that's the one. Okay, here we go, yeah, alright. Sorry about that, I was just getting used to all the controls again. I'm a bit rusty, it's been a while, so bear with me a little bit. Anyways, Legend on mediums, as you can see also by the brightly yellow striped tires on the side there, has done a 15.4, so that's actually quite competitive, and he's currently in the top 5, well, top 4 actually, positions. If you can start with the medium tires in, like, I don't know, P8 or something, that'd be very strong from him. But let's have a look at Jensen, who's also on a lap. He's set the personal best, well, actually a purple sector 1, so this could be very strong here from Jensen. There's some yellows going off, there's 2 McLarens going off the road. I believe it's Higgsy and Benedin, both having issues as the McLarens are struggling. But Jensen, with a very strong lap so far, had a purple sector 1. Let's see what his sector 2 time is going to be as he comes across the sector 2 timing line very soon. He is 9 thousandths up on his time, so he's lost a little bit of time here in sector 2 compared to sector 1, but we'll have to see if he is able to make that up in the third sector. He gets a little bit sideways there on throttle, and he's going to get blocked by Legend a little bit as well. I think he decides to abort the lap and go straight into the pit lane, so that is not his lap to be. Let's have a look at what Breezy is able to produce, as he is also on his lap, starting already pretty well. In sector 1 he is already a 10th up on his previous best. There's yellow flags everywhere. I wonder if it's people going slow on their outlap to let other people by. I think it is, as we see a Ferrari there, either of Dominon or Julius. I believe it's Julius, as he is on the outlap on the minimap. Anyways, Breezy with is everyone just number 71 or something? I guess Breezy 71 as well. Doing great here, sector 2. Let's see what it is. He's half a 10th up on his time, which will actually put him P5 still if he continues his momentum. He might be able to get into the top 3. So he invalidates his lap time. So that is not his lap to be either. As it's quite a difficult track to get right, this one. Let's have a look at Mali. He's also invalidated. What about Rafons? Rafons, what's he done? He's going very slow. So either he is recharging his battery, saving his tires, doing a double outlap, and it looks like that's what he's doing as he gets on the throttle into the gravel, and that is him into the wall. Not ideal in any shape or form, just too much throttle going onto his hot lap, and now he has to try and get this car back on track and back into the pits. This will be difficult for him to do. Let's see, as he safely rejoins the track, and well, that's basically cost him a loads of time. We'll have to see if he's able to do something with a fresh set of tires and maybe up his positioning a little bit. As Jensen is on his outlap on medium tires, this will be interesting to see if he is able to improve and start, maybe even get provisional pole with these tires, but I highly doubt it, as Justin is also on a lap. Sector 3 is only a thousandth up, but he gets a little bit sideways. That might have cost him a bit of time. If that is the case, this could be very tricky for him to best his time here with a 14.8. Let's have a look as he rounds the final few corners now. Into the last corner, foot to the floor, 6th gear, 7th gear. DRS open, charging to the start-finish straight. He improves by 13 hundredths, so very marginal improvements, but it's an improvement nevertheless. And I guess he still has some time in that lap, because we saw him get a little bit sideways, a little bit squirrely. I think he can actually do better than that, but so far it doesn't look like anyone's challenging him for this P1 spot. But Jensen here, he's very experienced in F1 racing, and especially here in 2S and also SLR. And he might be running a different strategy today, as he knows the mediums is a good tire to start on, and if you start far up the grid with those mediums, that would be perfect for his race strategy. As actually, as I say, that Legend has gone P3 with those medium tires, but these are 4-lap old medium tires. He might have used too much. Is he out of fuel? This is bizarre, I guess. Well, we'll go back to have a look at what Jensen is doing, as he is only just 2 100ths off of his PB, so he might be able to produce a faster lap time on these medium tires than he did compared to a lap time on his soft tires. And if he does it on 1-lap old mediums, he doesn't take so much tire life out of them, which would be perfect for his race start. So as he's rounding the final few corners now, a little bit of a chicane sector onto the final right-hander, down the straight, foot to the floor, and he does not improve on those mediums, but we'll see if he decides to go for another lap. It looks like he might be, to be honest. Some of these medium runners, they do go for 2 or 3 laps. It does take them a little bit longer to heat up, so sometimes the second lap is faster than the first lap. However, you don't want to use it too much, because it can accidentally cause you to have a tire that doesn't really work that well for the race start, and loses quite a lot of his tire deg early on in the race if you start the race in, say, 5 or 6 lap old tires. But most of these drivers know that, so I think Legend might be going out in another set of mediums eventually, as we keep seeing yellow flags all over the place. As Jensen invalidates his lap time, so he's probably going to be going to the pits or recharging, and Legend is still cruising around the track. He's run out of fuel, I believe. There's no other explanation for this, but we just hope he gets out of the way of drivers when they come flying past him. I'm not sure if this is legal or not, but or maybe he's not run out of fuel. He's just doing a very slow in-lap. Curious. Maybe he's got some settings he needs to mess with. Some setup changes he needs to do before he is able to produce a quick lap as he cuts the final corner for some reason. Let's go on board with Torska. We haven't really spoken about him or any of the Aston Martin drivers, to be honest. Let's have a look and see what they are able to do as Torska starts his flying lap on those soft tires. DRS open, strong in the braking point, doesn't touch as much curb as he can, but I've heard the curbs are quite deadly here, so he's just being safe for now. Foot to the floor, going into turn 4, I believe. Yeah, turn 4. I'm gonna try and keep count of these tracks, corner track names, corner numbers, but I can't really. I'm not professional at Barcelona. Let's put it that way. I don't race here often, and when I do, I don't really enjoy it. But anyways, it's a great track to drive on for many others. So my opinion is a little bit invalid. As going to turn 9, I believe this is now. Looked like he got a bit too much steering angle and it didn't turn a bit more than he needed to. Lost a bit of time there, but good into the final sector here. A little bit slidey on exit, but he manages to short shift up to 4th and catch the slide a little bit. Let's see what he's able to do in this tricky final sector here. A right hander. Oh, as he spins! Maybe a touch of grass going into the corner. Not quite sure how he managed to do that, but that is definitely his lap over. He will either go straight to the pits or go straight for another one. I think he's going to go to the pits. Those tires are basically ruined, so that is unfortunate for him. Let's have a look at Beninin as he's coming across the line now. What is he able to produce? And it is 5 times faster than his other lap, but it's not enough to put him anywhere near the top 5. Well, it doesn't really matter, but it's not enough to improve his positioning on track. As Dominon is P8 with mediums, and I believe Rafon's just set a lap to put him P7 here, and he has, and you see, I wonder if that's a spectator glitch or something, but the audio is a little bit funny, I guess. Doesn't sound very healthy, but Mali here on softs trying to best Justin. He's got about 3/10 or so to do it, but his first sector is the fastest sector of any driver in this session, so this could actually be the lap. He's got a little bit of traffic ahead of him, so we'll have to see if they will move out of the way, but I'm not quite sure. We'll have to wait and see as this lap unfolds. Pretty quick through the middle sector as well. Turn 7. Oh, and as he spins! I thought that looked funny on the way out, but he must have hit the curb way too hard in turn 9, slams into the wall, and then his lap over. Somehow the car is not broken, so he manages to survive and is able to drive back to pits to try for one more hot lap. That was very interesting indeed. But here we have Justin not improving his time yet through the middle sector, but he's going to go through turn 9 now, very solid and planted on the track. See if he's able to improve any sort of time as he goes a tenth faster and sets a purple sector in sector 2. We know he had a little bit of a slide in sector 3, so he might actually be able to improve by 2 or 3 tenths. We'll have to see. Justin on absolute flyer here, obviously the winner from the first race, trying to continue his winning streak this time around by starting on provisional pole. So far it looks like a very good lap, rounding the final corner, giving it everything he can. And is he able to cross the line and improve? He is improving by just over 2.5 tenths. So that is a huge jump from P1 to P2 as Mali retires in the pit lane. I believe Legend is in the pits as well. Jensen is the only one who I think can best Justin now. But the way his lap time is going, it's not going to be enough. He will have to pull out a miracle here in sector 2 and sector 3 to try and improve on Justin. But I think Justin's pretty secure on this lap time. He's 2.5 tenths up, which is still pretty good, but he still needs to find another half a second in order to best Justin. Justin just on another level today as he goes into the final few corners now, hits the curb a little bit, gets a sideways. That's going to cost him a little bit of time. There's an Aston Martin in front of him as well. I don't know how much dirty air is going to cause an effect here, but we'll have to see as he comes across the line, and he's going to go P3, so he does manage to beat Legend in the end for the P3 spot. But wow, it's really close actually. P2 to P4 is all within 5/100ths, so they are very closely matched on lap time. But Justin, take a bow, pole position with half a second. That is a great performance from him. And Julius, let's not forget about him. He's still on a lap. He's actually flying on his lap, 2 tenths up on his PB with these medium tires. He might be able to get in the mix here for P4, between P4 and P2. We'll have to see as he really pulls out the red line on the 4th gear there, turns it in, gets the car rotated into the final few corners now as he uses all the curb he can. Nice and easy on the brakes, gets it smoothly through. We'll have to see what he gets as he comes across the line. Is it going to be enough to get the P4, P3 spot? It's enough for P2 as if he does a 1:15 dead. That is an amazing lap time from Julius, so that strategy is really going to help him during the race. We're starting on those medium tires, as that is the preferable tire to start on, as he's going to be doing a medium to softs or medium to hard strategy. If he can make those mediums last long enough, he might be able to just do a medium soft strategy. So that was a brilliant performance at the end there by Julius, jumped 4 positions all the way up to P2. That is quite interesting quality there for you guys. So we have Justin P1, followed by Julius, who sort of out of nowhere just came up P2 with a very satisfying lap time of 1 minute 15 seconds flat. Let's see, anyone else on track at the moment? No, doesn't look like it. Everyone else is in the pit lane, and there's I believe Fox also doing his in-lap now on those medium tires as he got P7 behind Breezy, who is on those soft tires for the start. But yeah, this is your starting grid. So you have Justin P1, followed by Julius, Mali, Jensen 89, Legend, Breezy, Fox, Rafons, Dominon, Beninin, Scuba Fin, Torska, Dragon, Hixie, and Tofu Boy. Dragon, are you doing that thing again where he doesn't do qualifying? I think he might just have been, because there is no lap time on the board for him, and there seems to be no laps on those tires. For some reason, he does this. We raced in ACC league as well, and for some reason he doesn't qualify, which I think actually cost him the silver championship, because he got 3rd in the silver championship 2 years in a row now in ACC. And yeah, I don't know why he didn't qualify, but no time for Dragon, no time for Hixie. So both of these drivers not qualifying. Hixie maybe not able to put a lap together, but no Dragon, he doesn't like qualifying for some reason. But yeah, this is your starting grid. As you see, Justin, the winner from last race, able to do it again. So let's have a look at quickly at the standings there. So we see Justin P1, followed by Silent, Fox, Jensen, Dragon, Breezy, Torska, V2, Dominon, and I can't read the last name, but yeah, Dennis, I believe. That is our driver's standings here for 2S going into the Spanish Grand Prix. And then if we have a quick cheeky look at the constructors, Red Bull is leading, followed closely by Alpine, who's only 11 points behind, then McLaren, Alfa Romeo, Aston Martin, Mercedes, Ferrari, AlphaTauri, Haas, and Williams. So that is your constructors and drivers championship for now. We're only one race in, so hopefully today it'll mix it up a bit. Dragon saying quality do be weird. I don't know why you do want. He says he wants to win constructors with him, but with Justin, but never qualifies. Yeah, I don't know, Justin. You might need to find a new teammate here. He's a solid racer, but you need someone who can help you in the team strategy as well, if that's the thing you need to do. So you guys are still P1 in the constructors, and as Justin says, so far only by 11 points, and it is also only race 2 now. So yeah, you know, anything can happen. It is a long season ahead. I believe it's 18 races or so, but yeah, we'll have to see. As the cars are starting their formation lap, the predicted pit stop strategy is a soft, medium, medium, or soft, medium, hard. I do believe they are going to be trying either soft, hard, soft, medium, or medium, soft. I don't see the drivers trying a two-stopper. If they do try a two-stopper, it might be under a safety car or something along those lines. I just need to quickly tab back into my game because I just noticed I'm tabbed out, so that might be causing the stream to lag a bit. There you go. Okay, let's have a look. Let's get the spectator menu up and have a look at the tires. Or yeah, let's do position changes for the start. Actually, the tires. So Justin starting on softs, followed by Julius on mediums, Mali on softs, Jensen on soft, Legends on mediums as well, then Breezy on softs, Fox on mediums, Rafons on softs, and Domin on mediums, Benin on softs, and the rest are either starting on mediums or hard tires of this race. Yeah, so it looks it's very soft medium, soft medium, soft medium, but this is how it is today, so it's quite mixed here. It's going to be a bit hard to follow, but yeah, Larson saying Dragon doing the Perez last to first challenge. Yeah, sure, just don't lock up your hard tires and having to do a pit stop within 3 laps, but he knows what his job is, and he says he is the Perez in this relationship. Well, I guess that makes Justin the Max Verstappen, and it makes sense, to be honest. This is usually where they start anyways. So Justin coming around the final corners now in his formation lap, just getting those tires nice and warmed up. Almost have a collision with Julius, but I believe this is where the bot has taken over already. So let's F2 to hide the UI. Oh, and yeah, have a look at, I don't know, actually P3. So Larson, I believe it was, before this race starts. As I see the stream is lagging. That's not good. Why is it lagging now? Please don't do this. Why is it doing this now? That is very unfortunate. I don't understand why it's doing this. I'm tabbed into the game. Let's just hope it fixes itself. But here we have lights out, and away we go. We actually go away on the start, so the great job F1 2021. So here we go. Justin leading the pack here, followed by Julius. Mali also trying to go around the outside of Jensen here. Does make it stick. Is going to go up the inside of Julius. Also makes the move stick. So two positions here at the start. That's brilliant racing from Mali at the start, as we see in the background. Jensen defending from Legend, or trying to make a way past Julius. Julius is struggling on these medium tires to start with, and he's getting passed by Legend as well. Not quite yet, so they're still going side by side. And a little bit of contact there actually as they go off the road, and that is Fox in the background making up a few positions. And we're going to have Breezy make up a position on Legend as well. So a little bit of contact there. That's not the greatest start to the race, as there's yellow flags in Sector 2, and that is Tofu Boy, I believe. He's around. That is very unfortunate for him, but let's go back to the action, as in the background we see Breezy trying to make a move on Julius. Isn't quite able to make it stick, but it was a brilliant start from Mali on those soft tires, blasting his way past Julius and Jensen. So I'm sorry for the 5 FPS, can't really do anything about it. I don't know why my PC is doing this now, but yeah, it's Fox and Jensen, the two Alpine drivers, P3 and P4, are doing really well. So fastest lap set by Justin, that is to be expected. His teammate Dragon down in P12, maybe making a move here. DRS is enabled, says race control already. We're on lap 3. What? Huh? Okay, I guess. But Dragon makes a move past Torska up to P10. That is really bizarre. Okay. Right, something is wrong. What is happening? What is going on? Okay, it looks like it's sorted itself out again, but Justin followed closely by Mali and Jensen, and a pretty big gap to Julius, who has a bit of a train behind him with Fox and Legend. Legend trying to make a move on Fox here. Is he going to be able to make something stick? I don't believe he is. But let's have a look at Dragon, Justin's teammate here, up to P8 already on those hard tires. The lobby stopped vibing now, so it's all good again. But for some reason it says we're on lap 3, even though we've only completed 1 lap. We're about to complete the 2nd lap, so I don't know what's going on here. But anyways, it's fine. Dragon very close to the back of Scoopafin. Scoopafin with a pretty good start as well, to be fair. I can't really remember where he started, but I believe it was outside the top 10. But here we have Dragon with the DRS. Is it even? No, it's not open, but he's just trying with the slipstream. Maybe going up the inside, sort of alongside enough for turn 1, as Scoopafin gives him plenty of space. Dragon up to P7. Brilliant move from Dragon there, so he's had a great start to the race. The man who doesn't like to qualify but loves to race. Up to P7, and I think it's only going to go upwards from now on. Fox, in the meantime, is trying hard to defend from Legend, who's behind him. Only 2/10. These two drivers, I think, are going to be scrapping it back and forth a little bit, as they are all on mediums. And it's a little bit of a medium tire train here behind the soft tire train, but that's sort of to be expected here with F1. I'm going to take a little break because my throat is about to burn. Okay, as and I believe there is a battle between Scoopafin and Dragon. That is not the camera angle I have hoped to get when I swapped cars, but okay, maybe not a battle, maybe just yeah, just the lobby being a little bit funny, but it's okay. That one on here, P9, following Scoopafin, a little bit behind. I can't really see the timing sheet. I don't know why I can't see the timing sheet, as there's Alpine spun around. Is that Rafons? That's a Williams. Jeez. Yeah, it seems like it's okay, but there's an intense battle here for P2 with Jensen and Mali going almost side by side through turns 2 and 3. Having Jensen having maybe a look up the inside, he decides to back out of it for now, but Justin has a really intense battle behind him. It can't be easy to handle this pressure. Mali doing a little bit of defensive driving, Justin trying to get past, and I think on the minimap we saw Tofu Boy getting past Higgsy. Sorry I couldn't show that as it was happening. I'm going to try my best to find the right cars for the job, but yeah, good little scrap here between Mali and Jensen. It's going to be a bit of a DRS train though, so Justin has to sort of make that 1 second gap before I think either of them can make a move, or Mali has to make a move on Jensen. But anyways, there is a pretty good battle here. Tofu Boy, is he able to do something on Torska here? Does it go into turn 9? He's got DRS open. Is he going to try up the inside into turn 10? Decides to back out of it, so smart move from Tofu Boy, as he's racing with the long game in mind. And let's go back to this battle here with Jensen and Mali on the start-finish straight. As actually Mali is really close to Justin as he makes his move past on the inside before the corner even approaches. Mali up to P1 past Justin, and Justin is now in the clutches of Jensen, who's right behind him. This battle is not going to be over yet, so great move for position 1 there by Mali, and Justin is going to have to fight just that little bit extra harder to get another race win today, if that is going to happen. I'm going to go back to the battle with Torska and Tofu Boy, as it seems to be pretty good on the timing sheets and the vote, but it seems like it's already died out a little bit, so maybe not. Yeah, okay, that's... the battle's sort of not there anymore. Anyways, let's go to have a look at Scoopafin. How's he doing? Chasing down Dominon. Dominon nearly 5 seconds behind Dragon, who's almost 5 seconds behind Legend. The field spread out pretty quickly today, actually. It's only been about 4 or 5 laps now, and yeah, I'd say yeah, it's a pretty spread field already, but it is whatever. Scuba Finn maybe making a move on Dominon, not quite close enough to do that, but let's have a look at this battle here for P1 as they all come around the final corner. Justin 7/10 behind Mali, and Jensen only 3/10 behind. Is he able to make a move into turn 1? It's a bit of a DRS train, so probably not. So we'll have to wait and see. No, he doesn't make a move, but while that's happening, Legend on the inside of Fox into turn 1 makes the move stick with the DRS and is up to P5. So Legend trying a little bit of a recovery drive after the little bit of contact they had with him and Julius at the start of the race, which put them a bit behind, but he goes up to P5, and I see Justin is very close to Jensen. Sorry, the other way around. Jensen having a little bit of a look up the inside to turn 6, but not quite ready yet to send it there, as it's not really an overtaking spot, but he's still following very closely. Justin is following closely as well to Mali. It's great how close these guys can run for quite a long time. You would have expected by at least some of them to back out of it, but it looks like they all have a better pace than the guy in front or something. But anyways, following very closely, they are here indeed. Might be a move for P1 or P2 at the end of the start-finish straight. We'll have to see. I'm going to have a look at the timing sheet. There's nothing else going on at the moment apart from Legend on Julius. So let's stick with this battle for now. Jensen jumping over those curbs there, trying to get the best exit he can on Justin. And it looks like he does get a brilliant exit here. 2/10 in it with the DRS open. Justin also has DRS, so that's going to help him a little bit. But it might not be enough as Jensen is gaining and gaining. It's not going to get close enough, so that just shows how strong the DRS train is behind Mali. So Justin's going to have to fight extra hard to try and make a move stick here. But let's have a look at what's happening with Legend and Julius as they are both going through turn 3. And Julius maybe having a look, sorry, Legend up the inside of Julius there. What a move into turn 4, makes it stick, and he is up to P4. Legend on an absolute flyer at the moment. He's made 2 positions in 2 laps. So this is going to be good to watch. I think Legend has found his pace again, even might have in some damage because him and Julius did come together at the start of the race. But it looks like it's not really bothering him, and he might be gaining on the leaders soon. So let's have a look back at the fight with the leaders. It's a great fight for the P1 at the moment. Larson says, seeing Mali leading in Tier 1 makes me feel better about being 1 second slower than him in Tier 2. Yeah, I guess it does. Mali obviously coming in here, setting a lap time that puts him in the top 5. I believe, I can't remember exactly where he started, but he started in the top 5. Made 2 brilliant moves at the start of the race, and then made his way past Jensen. And now here we have them trying to overtake each other again, and I think Justin might be just getting close enough, not too close. So they're just going to continue the little DRS train. As I saw those yellow flags, I believe that was Rafon, so who might have had a spin or a crash or something. So yeah, well, they're gone now. That's the main thing. As we are now 8 laps into this race, my room is getting quite warm, as it is quite warm today. But let's keep our windows closed, otherwise you hear all the noise outside. So the things you do for a good stream, eh? Anyways, this battle is just continuing. It's going to be really exciting to see. I wonder who's going to pit first, and I wonder if they're going to do different strategies. Maybe one of them will try and undercut on hard tires, as Rafons retires from the session in the middle of the track. Looks like he did. Okay. Anyways, yeah, one of them could go for hard tires and do a massive undercut, but you could also do an overcut as Legend picks up a 3-second time penalty. That might come to haunt him at the end of the race, as they are actually catching Legend, Julius, maybe Fox as well, are actually catching up to this pack here. So you can definitely see the soft tires are starting to degrade, as Jensen, is the first guy to go into the pit stops. He's going to try and undercut. Let's be interesting to see if he goes for the medium tires. The medium tire might just last to the end of the race. There's 24 laps left, and I've heard the medium tire could last about 22, 23 as he goes for the hard tires. So he's going for the undercut on the hard tires, which is a pretty good strat. But another strat is to overcut on the mediums. But anyways, Justin made his way past Mali while that was happening on the start-finish straight. I'm sorry I missed that battle. I was looking at Jensen in the pit lane, but these two are going side by side into turn 5, and Mali basically pushing him through the corner here, urging him on. Great fighting between these two, as the lead has changed yet again. Justin is back in the lead, and this is just going to cost some time, and Jensen is going to be able to get that undercut he needs. However, he has come out in a bit of traffic, so that's going to block him for a little bit. So these guys are safe for now. So Jensen will have to try and overtake Topher Boy as quickly as he can. A little bit of a lock-up there from Mali. Struggling to get the car stopped in time, as Legend is almost within DRS range now behind Mali. These medium tires begin to show their strength against their soft tires. As while that was happening, Dragon picked up a 3-second time penalty. So both McLarens have now DNF'd or retired from the race. I can't tell if that's on track, as Higgsy leaves the session and Beninin. There's yellow flags in all sector. I don't really know what's going on, but Mali with the DRS is going to be another move for P1. He does make it work. Again, Mali gets the P1 position against Justin. We're only 10 laps into this race, and these guys are fighting it back and forth between the two of them. It's got absolutely great scene so far, and it's been a great fun to watch and commentate. But right behind them we have Legend and Julius now, both of them which have 3-second time penalties. Doesn't matter much if they battle on track, but they might come to bite them at the end of the race. As you see Legend squirreling all over behind Justin in the back there, as he's going to make the overtake. Maybe not quite yet, but he's looking up the inside. These tires are definitely much stronger than the soft tires now. Look how close he is running behind Justin with those medium tires in that dirty air. It's an absolutely great performance to watch. Legend. Jensen gets a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. I wonder what happened there, as he straight away finishes DNFs. I wonder if he got disconnected or something. That is huge for the fight, as Mali and Justin now have just each other to think about, as Jensen was trying an undercut, but it obviously didn't work out, as Justin goes into the pit lane, which allows Legend to get past, and Mali might have to think about doing an overcut soon, as Justin might come out in no traffic and do a perfect undercut. But maybe he was covering for Jensen, but Jensen's not any longer in the race. That's been huge for the podium spots, as he was definitely a contender for sure. I'm gonna take a little bit of a drink. Anyways, we're back, and Julius is hunting down Legend, who is hunting down Mali for this P3 spot, and Justin does come out right in front of Topher Boy, or does he actually exit the pit lane? Topher Boy gets in front of him. That is actually going to be huge implications, as he would have liked to come out in front and overtaken him, get some free air to do his undercut, but that is not enough to get that done. That is very unfortunate indeed, so Justin's going to have to do that overtake, which gives Mali a little bit more breathing space, but Legend is not giving Mali breathing space. Trying up the inside into turn 10, is he going to make the move stick? He does make it stick. Mali now in P2 yet again, as the lead has changed one more time here in 2S Tier 1 are in Spain. Legend is now leading the Grand Prix, followed closely by Mali and Julius, who is still having a good scrap, and look how much better these tires are. As he gets ahead 1 sector later, he's already nearly a full second away from Mali. So this is going to leave Mali in the vulnerable spot behind Julius, as Mali still has DRS, but not close enough to get that DRS slipstream, as you see weaving on the straight, trying to break that slipstream. Up the inside goes Julius on Mali, and he does make the move stick, almost contact, but both drivers being very clean, so Julius makes his way past Mali as well. This is costing Mali a bunch of time. So what happened to you, Jensen? Destroyed your wing because someone broke really early, too much damage. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's a really unfortunate way to end the race, as he was definitely in the podium positions and could probably even have had the race win with his undercut strategy. But Justin has made his way past Topher Boy now, I've seen, and he is in free air, catching up to Dominon, so Mali is going to have to consider pitting very soon. Otherwise, Justin's going to get to quite a big lead on him. But don't count out these two guys yet, Legend and Julius. They're on an alternative strategy that might just work out come the end of the race. So we're going to have to see what happens there. But anyways, Julius 6/10 behind Legend, as we have yellow in sector 2. And is that Dragon? No, that's not Dragon. That's Justin. Justin's gone off the road or something. He's had a major spin. So Justin throwing away the lead he had. That is an incredible scene. So he lost about 8 seconds of that. His flat spot his tire. Let's have a look and see if he have any damage on his car. I don't know what's happened, but Jensen getting some damage when he was potential for the win. Justin on his outlap with the medium tires has just pushed too hard and spun the car around. So that has huge implications for the lead. So that actually puts Mali in a really good position, who's also gone for the medium tires. He's going down pit road now. is good, exiting pit lane, and oh, that's cost Justin dearly, as Justin is only, let's see, so Mali goes into turn 1 now with Justin following behind, so that's actually cost Justin the win. Mali gets out ahead of Justin with fresher tires, newer tires, and medium tires, crucially, so that is Justin throwing away the lead there, so Mali potentially leading the race now, but let's not discount these two, Julius and Legend, who are also in the potential race-winning positions here, with a different strategy on those medium tires. And also, Fox has been a bit quiet. He's been a bit of a sly fox this race, but he's only 3 seconds behind these guys, and he has no time penalties as of yet. So that could also have huge implications on how the race pans out. And Justin picks up a 3-second time penalty as well, just to add insult to injury. Man, this has really gone bad for him. As soon as he pitted, he spins on the hard tires and picks up a 3-second time penalty. So that's allowed Mali to really have a comfort spot now to win the race. And this is Mali's to lose now, as both Jensen and Justin have been hit by some unfortunate events. And we start to see where Julius and Legend pan out and from this strategy here, as they're both racing each other, costing each other time. Domlon goes into the pits now as the first of the medium runners to pit, and I believe he might be going for some hard tires. This is quite early to pit actually for medium runners, but he does go for the hard tires. It's an interesting strategy. I thought the mediums would last at least another 7 laps or so. I guess not, but anyways, here we are. Julius following Legend in the battle for P1, not quite close enough to do anything as of yet, as Fox picks up a 3-second time penalty. So I was saying he didn't have any time penalties. Half a lap later he picks it up, so that's very unfortunate. Mali, Scoopafin and Torska, so the Aston Martins and Mali, the only ones not picking up time penalties as of yet. It's quite interesting to see what the end result is going to be and who has what sort of time penalties. Anything can still happen. We're only about just under halfway through the race, and so much action has already happened so far, so this will definitely be interesting to see, the least. Let's have a look at Julius with the DRS on Legend. Not going to be able to get close enough to make a move into turn 1, but is able to get close enough to make Legend a little bit squirmy in his boots. He actually gets a little bit loose on the exit here, going up the inside of Legend. Julius trying a move they're not on, as they both lose contact with both of them, and both of them had a little bit of a tank slapper on. Legend staying ahead of Julius for now, but that could have been a very hairy moment indeed. None of them seem to pick up any damage, but that is very lucky for both drivers to still be in this fight for the lead. What a battle that was. Julius almost coming off first with it, and a great catch by Legend as well, staying ahead of Julius. Let's have a look at what is happening between these two drivers, and I think that is wow, that just sort of shows how much these guys are pushing to try and get that race win, both with 3-second time penalties, so they know it's important to stay ahead, but they're also costing each other time by doing this sort of stuff. The more they fight, the more time they lose to Mali. Mali on an absolute amazing strategy at the moment, the soft mediums. He might be able to make it last to the end of the race. He could potentially get a puncture, but if he doesn't get a puncture, it's his race to win, as Legend goes into the pit lane now. I wonder if Legend has anything to fix or any damage or something, but it'd be too early for him to go onto the soft tires, so he will definitely be going for the hard tire strategy. Medium hards, and it looks like that's what he's doing. Doesn't repair any wing damage, so he's trying an undercut now on Julius, trying to get some free air to pull in some really quick laps, as Fox also goes into the pits on the same lap, and Mali actually coming out right behind Legend, so Legend managing to overcut Mali here. Mali is, wow, actually, so Legend doing a great strat here, covering off Mali, but Mali is on the medium tires, keep that in mind. But if Legend can stay ahead, heat up his tires and get those into the right operating range before Mali gets past, that would be huge for Legend, and then he just has to pull a 3-second gap at the end of the race with the 3-second time penalty, but Mali can still pick one up. It's all to lose here, so wow, that's actually brilliant from Legend. He managed to overcut Mali in a sense with those medium tires, and is now on the hard tires compared to Mali's mediums. Mali is going to struggle come the end of the race compared to Legend at least, and we'll have to see with the time penalty. This has been an absolutely great strategic race yet, and Julius sets the fastest lap on those 16-lap old medium tires. So Julius trying an amazing overcut at the moment, pushing as hard as he can. I wonder if he's done the fastest lap, and now he's doing another fast lap, and then he's gonna go pit. It might just be so, but anyways, Mali, 3/10 behind Legend. DRS open, another 3 seconds for Dragon, sorry. And is he gonna be able to pull out on the side? He is. Mali is able to make an overtake into turn 1 as he goes up to P3 past Legend, and that is that battle over for now, as he does have the better tires on currently. But come the end of the race, that might be a different story. So Legend is just gonna have to try and stick with Mali for now to try and take that position back and gain 3 seconds on Mali. It's been great racing so far with a lot of changes in the top 3. We don't really know who the podium finishes are going to be until the podium is there. But it's been really fun to watch, actually. Thank you to everyone in chat who's also been commenting and cheering along for their favorite drivers and stuff like that. It's been a pleasure to come back to stream with such a good race, and I guess fans as well. But yeah, remember to like and subscribe. This is a new channel for 2S. We have quite a few less subscribers than we used to have on the EGL, but that is to be expected, as we are literally half of the EGL, as SLR also plays a major role in that part. And yeah, this is remember to share with your friends if you're interested in joining. I believe there is a link in the description. If there isn't, okay, there is a link in the description if you are watching this and interested in joining on F1 Racing, or also we do ACC on Mondays. If you're interested in that as well, please join the Discord, send a message to the admins, and they'll get you hooked up. I'm an admin for ACC, so you can also send a message to me, Kimmy, into us. But yeah, we have a lot of races basically for everyone with all sorts of skill levels. So if you want a strong community, come join us. Anyways, back to the race. Legend still following along behind Mali. I saw his Dragon. Did we already mention that Dragon picked up another 3 seconds? I think we did. But yeah, this he's not letting Mali go, is he? He's staying with him in the DRS zone, and he's closing in actually. And there might be another potential battle that could pan out and just cost him a bit more time. Julius trying to do an overcut. I think Julius is going for the medium soft strategy, and he could actually make it work. He just needs to last a few more laps on those medium tires, and then he will be able to pit and get those soft tires on and be quicker. But we see Dragon 6 seconds behind. Well, he has 6-second time penalty on those medium tire, hard tires, 18 laps as well. Doing pretty well for himself. Dominon picks up another 3-second time penalty, so that is very unfortunate indeed. And Mali now under pressure from Legend. We'll have to see what Legend is able to produce. He's not able to get close enough in the braking zone, so that's unfortunate. Let's have a look at what Julius is up to at the moment. Just sort of chilling, it seems. Oh, sorry. Yeah, doing laps, and Dragon is actually closing in on Julius slowly but surely. Let's have a quick look at telemetry, I guess. You can disable lap data. Yeah, I don't know why that was not activated before. Let's have a look at penalties for a second. So 3 seconds Julius, 6 seconds for Dragon, 11 seconds for Tofu Boy, so he's picked up quite a few penalties. Dominon has 9 seconds, and the rest of the drivers had 3 seconds. So Fox, Legend, Justin, all with 3-second time penalties. So that's going to cancel each other out. But Mali, crucially, doesn't have any penalties at all, so that's going to be important come the end of the race. Let's have a look at yeah, let's go back to the tires and have a look at Dragon. He's doing some pretty good lap times right now, catching up to Julius, so that's going to be quite fun to see what's happening there. And let's have a look at Tofu Boy, who's called up to Breezy, his teammate. He's on 2-lap-old tires against those 15-lap-old hard tires, so he should be on a better tire strategy at the moment and might be able to battle for a position here. Legend on Mali, still the battle continues as he is just staying behind Mali. It is eating up his tires a bit more than he would wish, but he's not letting Mali go at all. And through turn 1 you saw how close he's able to get with the DRS helping him along as well. So this battle is not over yet, but I want to go back to see what Tofu Boy and Breeze are going to do. If they're going to do some team orders maybe, swap the cars around, or if they're just going to fight it out and hope for the best here. I think they're going to go for the latter option, to be honest. I need to quickly take a little drink, as it is solo comms today, so it is what it is. If anyone's watching as well, interested in commentating, feel free to join me as a co-commentator, or if you are interested in commentating ACC on Mondays, we're also looking for a commentator for ACC. So if you're interested in that, send me a DM on Discord. I am Kimmy in the 2S Discord server. Or you can also alternatively send a message to Nico, as he is also helping out as an admin for ACC. So if you're interested in that as well and want to message Nico instead, then you feel free to do that as well. But Legend closing in on Mali yet again into turn 1, not able to make the move. This is a story we've seen again and again and again and again. I think it's just going to be a matter of who has the best tires come the end of the race, or who has the most penalty seconds come the end of the race. 13 laps to go. It's going to be quite interesting to see what is happening. And as you're right, this battle of the strategies. We'll have to see which one wins. And Julius is trying one hell of an overcut here. Wonder when he's going to pit. He is losing quite a lot of time though. Mali only 16 seconds behind, with Legend 17 seconds. He's going to come out, if he does do a pit stop, behind Justin, I believe. But he will have much fresher soft tires. As he does go into the pits. Now this is going to be interesting to see where he comes out on track. And see what tire he's going to choose. It has to be soft tires. I don't see him doing anything else, and it is soft tires. You see the red line tires lined up there as the Ferrari pit crew gets to work on his car, and out he goes of the pit box. Very good pit stop. Down the start finish straight, we see Mali and Legend there in the background. A little bit too far away from each other to be able to make a move, but is he able to come out in front of Fox and maybe Justin? It looks like he's able to just get out in front of them as well. So Julius actually getting a major strategy here, 3 seconds behind the provisional, net leader of Mali and Legend on the much fresher tires. And is that Scuba Fin that has gone off the track? He has gone off the track into the wall as well, but it's not enough to damage this car properly, as he tries to get the car spun around back onto the track. Does it safely, no other cars in there. So unfortunate for Scuba Fin, as he has the only driver without getting, not in the points finishing position yet today. But Legend following very close between Mali, but look how quickly Julius is catching up to them. He was 3.5 seconds when he left pit stop, setting purple sector 2 already, and he's basically going to catch up to them by the end of next lap, I would believe. And then it's going to be quite interesting to see who is able to make it last. And I just realized Torska is getting pressured by Tofu Boy here, as he is on 21 lap old medium tires. He's also going for the medium soft strategy here, but Tofu Boy with 5 lap old hard tires having a much stronger race. Justin picks up another 3 seconds, and that is Tofu Boy off the track into the wall, into the barriers, and he manages to get the car spun around yet again, so it's fine. But we're going to quickly go on to the battle with Legend, Mali and Julius, as I saw they were getting quite close on track. But that was very unfortunate there for Tofu Boy, as he managed to get past Prix, but then spins trying to get past Torska. Maybe just a bit too much curb, and off the track he goes. And I think Scuba Fin has managed to go around yet again, and areas are really struggling now. I think the drivers maybe having a little bit of fatigue as well or something, but Tofu Boy throwing away what could have been a P8 or a P7 even, depending on the time penalties. But yeah, so Torska into the pits now. He's going to go for soft tires. But this battle here with Legend and Mali is not over yet, as you see Julius in the background, just behind the heat of the engine there. Go through, coming closer and closer. He's gained basically over a second on them this lap just alone. He is going to be next lap right up behind them. And you're right, man is struggling. Scuba Fin not having a good time today around Barcelona with his Aston Martin, but it's okay, as Legend only 5/10 behind Mali in the DRS zone is probably not close enough to do anything about it. Julius right behind him. See, sets the fastest lap of the race as Dragon goes into the pits, but Legend actually pulls that to the side of Mali, sends one up the inside into turn 1, gets the move done behind Mali, and Mali now has to slot in behind and has to defend from Julius, but that is going to be huge for Legend, as he now has a little bit of a buffer between him and Julius, as Julius was gaining quite a lot on those soft tires. There's still a decent amount of laps to go, so those soft tires still have time to wear out and struggle at the end of the race. But we see Wow, this really intense battle. Amazing overtake from Legend. Sends it up the inside. I'm sorry the camera couldn't catch it on F1. It's all randomized. I can't choose which camera. I would have chosen Helicam for that. But oh well, here we are. And Julius gets quite sideways there on the exit. Almost loses the car, but manages to catch it in the end. So it's quite good from him as well. And we actually, I just noticed Justin right up behind Fox as well. So Justin trying to gain on these drivers ahead. He seems to have pretty good pace, but it looks like the car has quite a lot of vibrations, which wouldn't surprise me considering how he spun early on in his stint, basically on his outlap. So that's not good for the tire in any shape or form. Let's have a look at the battle here between P1, 2 and 3. I don't believe there's going to be any changes. But you can see right there Justin as well trying to make his move on Fox, I think. Yeah, let's have a look at that one as they're coming down the start-finish straight. Justin going up the inside of Fox. Let's go side by side and there's contact. And Justin goes around. And that is huge for the championship implications. So he tries to get back on track. Dragon gets past him up to P5. Justin down to P6. There's a bit of a send from Justin and it did not work out. Fox stays ahead. And that's the second spin today for Justin. Not his day in the office today at all. That is going to be quite unfortunate. But the Red Bull drivers basically swap positions. So not so much for the constructors. But that is huge for the Drivers' Championship. I mean, we're only in race 2, but every point counts. We've seen that before. We've seen 1 or 2 points separate winners and losers. So that is gonna cost Justin dearly, that one. But anyways, we have the battle for P2 now, and Julius right up behind Mali. Mali luckily still in the DRS range of Legend, so he can still use that to his advantage to try and stay ahead of Julius. But Julius is quite speedy, it seems, and I think that is Tofu Boy who has spun around there in the final sector, but he's managed to get the car going again as Julius is not quite close enough to do anything with Mali. Mali is unfortunately actually sticking quite close to Legend. I'd expect the tires to start showing their difference now, but I guess people just, they get overtaken and they stick with it. I think Mali actually has a bit more pace in him than he is showing. Dragon with the fastest lap of the race in P5 as he is on those 2-lap old soft tires, chasing down Fox to try and get a potential P4, if not a P3. There's only 7 laps left of the race, so it's going to be quite tight at the end. He has to gain quite a few. He has to get past Fox and also gain 3 seconds on Fox. So quite a job now for Dragon to complete, but this race is not over yet, so anything can happen, as you see, as Legend is leading Mali. Julius struggling a little bit there in the dirt here. It seems he's getting a little bit too much wheel spin on the corners and is dropped out of DRS range to Mali, but he manages to get it back. I don't know if he's got it close enough in the detection zone. We'll have to see. I believe he has. I'm not sure actually. I don't know if he will have DRS. I don't know how to. I can't check. Well, I can check actually. I'll just quickly. Telemetry, there you go. He does not have DRS open. So, yeah, he's unfortunately lost out quite a lot there by not being within a second. So he's gonna, I think, maybe do a charge lap. Meanwhile, Mali, absolutely flying close to Legend. This battle is not over yet. Mali just needs to stay within 3 seconds of Legend, and he has won the race. Julius has to get past Mali and Legend, and get 3 seconds on Mali to win the race. So, Mali in the best position right now to win the race, and I think he knows that as he is sticking quite close to Legend. Legend is sort of every now and then gaining a little bit of time on him, but it's nothing near enough to be able to win the race over Mali on time penalties. So this battle is going to be quite interesting to see the end of the race, as Mali actually sets a personal best sector 2. So he's absolutely flying at the moment on those tires, and Julius in the background seems to be struggling a little bit on those softs. Maybe already now they are beginning to show a little bit of too much degradation maybe for Julius. He's losing quite a lot of time actually. I don't know how he seems to really be struggling behind Mali. Is Mali with the DRS trying to make the move on Legend? Mali actually sets a personal best lap time as he gets close to Legend. Is he able to make the move? Has a look up the inside, but is not close enough to do it. As we saw earlier with Justin and Fox, how badly wrong that can go. But yeah, this is going to be great battle to watch at the end of the race, and hopefully Mali doesn't pick up a time penalty, as that would completely switch things around on his head, and he'll have to do the overtake on track rather than on penalties. But I still think he wants to do the overtake on tracks. It's just so much more satisfying to do it that way. But anyways, this battle for P1 is not over yet in any shape or form. Let's have a go on board with Dragon for a little bit on those soft tires. He seems to really be enjoying them at the moment. He's gained quite a lot of time with Fox as he goes through the second sector at the moment, almost going into turn 9 now, as he is going lifting a little bit actually with the downshift, so maybe not too confident in the dirty air, but is still gaining a decent amount of time on Fox. But actually this lap he's not gaining too much on Fox. He's only gained about 2-3 tenths. So no, I would have expected a little bit more with those soft tires, but it is now that the dirty air starts coming into play, and it is now that the tires start to overheat a little bit. And I think we saw with Julius, he just ran too close for too long behind Mali, and lost out quite a lot of time, as Mali is actually 8 tenths behind Legend now, and he's not going to be able to make anything down into turn 1. This Tofu Boy gets a 3-second time penalty added on top of his already time penalties. Whew, I need to breathe a bit, I need to drink some water. Dragon getting ever so close to Fox now. Let me know what you guys are sipping on. It's always interesting to hear what other people are drinking while watching these league races here in 2S. Usually I'm sipping on tea, but today I've decided to go for basic water. Or water, as some would say. But anyways, Dragon, 7 tenths behind Fox, gaining quite a lot per lap to be honest, but I think it's something like you have to be 2.3 seconds faster a lap to make an overtake or something along those lines. I'm not quite sure, but you just need to be close enough when you get into the DRS zone down the start finish straight, which is about 4 tenths give or take, and then you can make a move. So Dragon a little bit too far behind as it stands to be able to make that move, but he is getting ever so close to Fox. All he needs is just a really good exit. It looks like he got a brilliant exit actually. He's going to get within 5 tenths of Fox with the DRS open. Is he going to be able to make the move? He's a bit too far behind, I think. He's going to have to really send it on Fox, but the DRS really helping him pull it along as he gets up the inside of Fox and manages to make the move stick with a little bit of a send from behind. But that was a brilliant racing from Dragon. Maximized his exit, gets past Fox, and now he is on his charge to get up to Julius and past Julius. But let's have a quick look at the penalties, because I think they are the ones holding him back at the moment as it stands, as he does have 6 seconds compared to everyone else's 3 seconds. So he does have to make a 3-second gap to Fox with 3 laps to go in order to maintain that position. So Dragon's race looking a little bit shaky, to say the least, with his time penalty, but it's not over yet for him to secure that P4 position that he fought so hard to get on track. And it looks like his sector 2 time is actually brilliant so far, so a little bit sideways actually, action from Dragon, so maybe he's pushing a little bit too hard now that he's gone past Fox. He is getting ahead though, Fox managing to stay behind somewhat though. It doesn't look like he's close enough to do anything in the DRS zone, but yeah, it's he seems to be struggling a little bit. But actually, Dragon only 2.5 seconds behind Julius. Julius is really struggling in these soft tires. He's dropping quite far behind Mali. I don't know if he's pushed too hard too early on them, but they definitely seem to be grained a bit more to it than he would have liked or at least hoped for. But yeah, Fox staying behind Dragon. So the pace difference doesn't seem to be, well, actually saying that, he lost out a few tenths here in the corners, but the pace difference doesn't seem to be enough for Dragon to keep his P4 position unless someone else gets a time penalty, as Justin goes into the pits to pit for soft tires, and I think this is just to get the fastest race lap. He's trying to save face, I guess to say, and try and maximize his points he can get today after a spin on his own on his outlap with the hard tires, and then a collision with Fox that also sent him round spinning. But he was in contention for the race win. He actually looked very strong to get the race win until he had that spin on his outlap with the hard tires. So not the greatest day for Justin, but maybe a fastest lap to save, get some points could save him a little bit today. So this is what he's pushing for now. Dragon only 1.5 seconds behind Julius. So it's going to be interesting to see if Dragon can pass Julius. But Julius currently with DRS on, I believe that is Scuba Fin. It is indeed. As a back marker. Getting past, excuse me. With the DRS, a little bit of help with the DRS there, but Dragon almost seems to not have enough pace, or is too close to Julius to get past those 3 seconds he needs to Fox, so it doesn't look like he's able to maintain that P4 position. However, Mali, 1.6 seconds behind Legend, so there's not much left in it. Legend is gaining on Mali. He's actually, Mali, this could be very close come the end of the race on time penalties. As Julius picks up a 3-second time penalty, that's going to be great for Dragon, as Fox might actually jump both of them if it stays like this, and something's happened with Julius, because Dragon's gained nearly a 10th on him here, and there's someone who's gone round in the final few corners. We're going to see it now on the camera, as around Sector 3 they come, and I believe it's Tofu Boy who is spun around yet again, as Dragon's right up behind Julius. If Dragon can manage to get past Julius, that's going to be huge. That could actually secure him the P4 spot he's fought so hard for. But anyways, Dragon, he's going to get him on the DRS, sweeping down the start-finish straight. DRS open. It's so much weaving from Julius there, as Dragon manages to get past Julius, trying to get maybe back in the slipstream here, but isn't able to make a stick. What's happened to Fox? Something's happened to Fox. Fox is out of that range, so Julius actually losing out to Dragon has promoted Dragon to P3, so Dragon is now in a podium finishing position with those time penalties. How it's all just turned in a split second. But anyways, Legend here, is he able to create that gap he needs to create to get the P1 finish? Really intense fight to the end of the race. It's going to be absolute scenes to see what is going to happen. Mali losing quite a lot of time, Legend pushing as hard as he can. You can see he's barely got any energy left here as it stands, but 2.5 seconds, 2.6 seconds to Mali. This might just be enough for Legend. Has he done it? Has he done enough to secure that P1 position? I don't know if it's going to be close. It's going to be close, but I think Mali might just have it. As the Legend gets a pretty poor exit, that's going to cost him loads of time, and Mali is going to surely get that P1 position now, and he does as he crosses the line. Mali wins the race. Legend P2. Dragon comes across the line in P3. Julius P4, followed closely behind Fox, who I don't know what happened to him. He must have had a spin or something. Losing out a potential podium in P5 now, crosses the line, and now we have Justin, who's just coming around the final few corners now in P6, having a pretty poor race to say the least. He could have been a winner today, but instead he had 2 incidents where he spun around. So P6 for Justin, and that is P7 for Dominon, who's just going to come across the line. But I've just noticed this is a tight battle between Torska and Prix. What is going on with the time machine? I don't know what's going on. But Dominon finishes P7. Actually, I just realized that is the last finish that the other ones were lapped. So Mali wins the race, followed closely by Legend, and then Dragon. What an amazing finish that was from Dragon, as he manages to get past Julius, and also get that gap to Fox. Fox must have had an incident of some sort to lose about 8 seconds on them. But what an intense finish, as Mali wins the race. Legend P2 and Dragon P3. These are our podium finishes. The game says Dragon is the driver of the day, and I'll have to agree. Dragon from basically last to third, and he says not too bad for Paris in it. I would have to agree. That was a brilliant race from Dragon, as he gets the driver of the day as well from my side. What an intense race that was. Barcelona doesn't usually produce great races, but what a race that was. To everyone who's been racing, and I recommend watching it back, because there are so many battles for the lead, swapping all over the place, and at some point there was about 6 people that could have won the race, and slowly but surely one of them bottled it as the race went on. But here we have the standings: Mali, Legend, Julius, Fox, Justin, Dominon, Torska, Breezy, and Tofu Boy. I keep saying Turbo. I believe I was supposed to look at the incidents. Yeah, I am. Let's just get those on stream real quick for all the track limits. If anyone has any track limits they'd like to get removed or something. And I don't know, what is this pit stop screen? I've not seen this, but that is quite interesting actually. Seeing the different strategies here paying out. That's quite nice screen. Okay, cool. But yeah, this is our winner of the Spanish Grand Prix. Mali from Sweden, followed by Legend from Romania, and Dragon from Netherlands. and I can't remember if we do interviews or not, but I'm gonna go to the interview screen as it is. Let's see, maybe there might be someone who wants to do an interview. I guess nobody's in the chat, so oh, what's going on? Something's gone a bit wrong here. Let's just quickly fix that. Anyways, yeah, it doesn't look like anyone is willing to come for an interview. Maybe Perez, or should we say Dragon, if he wants to join us, but it doesn't look like anyone's joining us. So I'm going to close it there. What an amazing race that was to commentate. First race I've commentated in a while. It's nice to be back here in 2S, and I'm not going to be here next weekend, so we can't promise a Tier 1 stream next weekend, but after that I should be able to stream every single race of Tier 1 for the rest of the season, unless something happens in the Sunday afternoons. Anyways, be sure to join us for Tier 3 on Tuesday, and then in the evening, I think it's at 8:30 Central European summertime. Don't quote me on that, I'm not quite sure. And then we have Tier 2 on... Yeah, we've got a whole new schedule, I'm not quite sure actually. Let me just quickly check. So Tier 2 is on Saturdays at 8 Central European summertime, or at 7 British summertime. And then we have Tier 3 on Tuesday at 8:30 Central European CEST, and well 7:30 at British summertime. So Tuesday 8:30, Saturday 8, and then we have today at 6:30 the race for Tier 1. So be sure to join for those streams next week. In a few weeks time there'll be a new ACC season starting, and they will be streamed on Mondays at 7:30 CEST, or 6:30 British summertime. And we hope you will be able to join for those races as well. And if you're interested in racing in ACC, send me or Nico a DM on Discord, because we are looking for drivers. Any drivers are welcome. We have grids that are... We've had a 35 plus grid before. It's really great racing. And yeah, we hope to see you guys next time for the next Tier 1 race I am able to stream. So thank you guys for watching, and